Hey, what's up? I'm Pacey from New Country 105.1 with the one and only Kip Moore, who actually just came from the gym. So, what'd you work today?
Just a little bit of everything, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do like the? By the way, I used to be a personal trainer. So
Okay. All right.
Do you what's your workout routine like usually?
Man, I don't really have a routine, man. I try to.
Because it looks the opposite.
I try to keep the body shocked. Like
Okay.
I try to do a lot of different things. I'll do a lot of circuit training for a week, and then I'll do rock climbing, and then I'll do like isolation stuff. Like it just kind of varies.
Okay. So like, today was like a circuit?
Today was an ISO day, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Today was
Okay.
a heavy day, which I hardly ever go heavy. So that's what I mean. Like I try to change it up and shock the body.
Right. What about like, how are you like with? Are you into like health foods and stuff like that too?
Yeah, I mean, I eat decent, but I mean, when Anna puts donuts in front of me, I'm not going to turn it down, you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Yeah.
So you're obviously not keto because you eat donuts.
Yeah, I do like donuts, man.
Okay, awesome. So we're actually just talking about this is essentially your first headlining here in Sacramento.
Yeah, first time.
How's that feel?
It feels great. There's a lot of cities when I start to think about, I've done different, maybe different radio shows and free things, but this is like the first show in Sacktown that's like
I love that
show.
it's Sacktown.
It's
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So this is your first headlining. So like, are you you're probably not nervous because you've been performing since what, 2012?
A lot longer before that. That's
Okay.
just maybe when people started figuring out who we were,
Right.
But I've been playing music for a long time, man.
Yeah. Because speaking of which, I actually so I used to live in Nashville and Atlanta, and you're from Georgia.
Yeah, Tifton.
So I read somewhere that, I don't know if this is true, but one of your first performances was at a Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah, Mellow Mushroom, which it wasn't your typical Mellow Mushroom. I mean, it was kind of known for being the kind of concert place in that town where there was a lot of bands that came through. They had a really killer stage, and yeah, it was a good place to play. But it was a Mellow Mushroom, but it was kind of like the spot to play in Valdosta, Georgia.
Okay, because I honestly, when I lived in Atlanta, Mellow Mushroom was like the only, like, I feel like California people are missing out on pizza.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause
good spot.
Mellow Mushroom, like that, I don't know what, it was like a honey wheat crust they have or
Yeah,
something.
it's a good spot for sure.
Sorry, I talk about food a lot,
Yeah,
obviously.
no, I dig it. Pizzas, yeah, it's hard not to like pizza.
Is that like, what would you say your favorite like your favorite food is? Like, is there something that,
Man, I think that I'm a cheeseburger fries guy. If I'm gonna have a guilty day, man, that's what I'm gonna tear up.
okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So for people here in California, your new single's The Bull.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you translate? Because I was trying to Google this or Urban Dictionary or whatnot. When you say, at first I thought you were cussing. I'm not gonna lie. When you say buck off the bull,
Yeah, thanks to the bulls that bucked me off.
yeah, what's that mean?
Well, it's a metaphor for life. I mean, it's what it is. It's about, the door getting shut in your face. It's about getting knocked down. It's about getting, whatever it is that you're after. It's not just music. It's just about life kicking you down and getting back up on the horse and going.
So sorry. Again, I'm from California. So what does buck off a bull mean though? Like the legit, like the literal.
Have you never seen somebody get bucked off
No.
a bull in your whole life? You've never,
Not.
you've never.
I
seen
probably have. I just don't know what the phrase means.
But you've never seen like a rodeo where people get
Yeah.
bucked off a bull? Well,
But does that mean they get thrown off?
Yeah, man, it's the
Oh.
same thing, man. If you're going after a radio job and you get fired, and all of a sudden you're the head PD at a
Don't
big
put
station,
that in the air.
I'm just saying, man, it's the same kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
I'm
dude,
trying to
I'm-
I'm trying to figure out why you're having such a tough time, man.
I've never I had no idea. It's so like
Yeah.
even those like mechanical ones. So when you get thrown off, technically that's like you getting bucked off that bull.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah. I'm
do
just
I
I'm just
look
talking
stupid right now.
Maybe. Yeah, you're the first one that's had a tough time with it,
I know.
man.
I'm sorry. Crap. Okay. Now I look dumb. All right. Changing subjects. But like on that song, so I was.
Somebody's got to call it like it is.
I
man.
know. No, no.
Somebody's got to be straight with you, man.
I absolutely appreciate
This
that.
is the first time I've been asked this, so yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now I feel really stupid. So in the music video, like that actually seemed like a really fun music video.
Oh man, it was a blast, dude. It was a party for sure, man. Like we genuinely had a really good time doing it. And we tried to create the opening scene to be like it was for me when I first moved to Nashville and not being able to make anything happen and getting the door shut in my face and getting evicted from my place that I was living in, like all that stuff was kind of like legit stuff, when I go into the rage and I'm busting bottles, like that was all describing my life early on in Nashville.
Yeah. Did you have to did you have like super multiple jobs? Were you performing and being
Yeah, I mean, I had to, I mean, like, I tried to make sure that I was never doing a job that occupied my mind. I had to do, you know, service industry jobs or something I could just go in, kind of turn my mind into like doing that, but not be wiped out. And when I left, you know, I'd go, I worked all kind of different odd jobs, and then I wouldn't work crazy long hours so that I just wanted to basically barely make ends meet to where I could focus all of my time on the craft of writing and being a better writer.
Right. And there's you don't want a job where you're thinking about it afterwards. Like if you go in and
Yeah,
you're
like
serving.
I wanted to come home and be able to focus on music, you know. And serving is tough. I mean, it's a, you know, I mean, it can be
Physically,
it can be
exhausting.
it can be an exhausting thing, but I'm not having to use my mind is the thing. You know, I didn't want to be sitting behind a desk trying to figure out things all day, you know. So and my whole thing too was I never wanted to get comfortable. I actually turned down a couple jobs that would have been big paying jobs, but I wanted to keep my concentration always on music. So I would turn down those jobs so that I wasn't working 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
So I was working at nights where I could focus on writing throughout the day.
Yeah, dude, that's really admirable because it's
Yeah.
it's really difficult. I imagine there are so many artists, and you probably know some that just almost drove themselves to their wits end of just trying to make it and just always being broke. But you're kind of like an inspiration where all that hard work actually does pay off.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though, man. I'm a straight shooter with that kind of stuff. It did pay off for me, but there's a lot of talented people that, you know, it misses a lot of people. There's for my one story of success, there's a million of others that put in the work and it still never quite happened.
Right.
So I'm super blessed and I'm thankful, but it was a lot of trying years for sure.
Do you ever have you ever considered maybe starting your own label and
No, man, I don't want to get into all that, man. I write music and play music, and there's a lot of people that are always trying to, you know, I've been offered to make my own publishing companies and sign writers and things like that, man. My mind is occupied enough with trying to write my own stuff, much less manage a whole. I do invest my time and energy into things like the rock climbing place that I opened and things like that are fun for me.
Yeah.
I focus too much on music already. The last thing I want to do is open a record label and have to think I don't want anything to do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of the rock climbing place, where is that set up?
It's in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Kentucky at the Gorge, and it's like a hiking rock climbing lodge, and it's been amazing. It's been really amazing.
That's awesome. Would you ever consider maybe opening up one in Nashville?
No, because there's not any outdoor climbing in Nashville.
Right.
There's not like any supreme. The Red River Gorge is one of the greatest rock climbing places, not only in the States, but in the world. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to open one in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a bar? Because I know
No, I don't want
Blake
anything
has
to do
opened
with
a bar. Nothing.
Nah, man, it's to each its own. That doesn't interest me. So,
Your passion is your music.
yeah,
and that's it.
I think the thing with me is, and this is, I kind of have always been, I don't care enough about money, to be honest.
That's good.
So I know that maybe I could do that too, but when I invest my time, it's something like that lodge that might make me a little bit of money, but if it doesn't, I'm still enjoying it. I just don't care enough about the dollar at the end of the day, and I live so simple. I live the same now as when I didn't have but $35 in my bank account.
Right.
I don't live any different. So,
Right.
yeah, so that's I just have no desire to open a bar or restaurant or anything like that.
Yeah, dude, that's admirable too because a lot of times I feel like some people that are trying to make it big are only in it for the money, you know.
Yeah, I don't. I can only speak on myself.
Yeah.
I don't know about others. It's like I said, it's to each its own. If they enjoy doing that, that's great. It's just not what I'm going to choose to do.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man. And I just wanted to note, I was talking to your rep, and she was saying that, we're here at the Crest Theater in Sacramento. Yeah. And she was saying that you love performing in places like this where, it's like the Fox theaters and kind of small.
Yeah.
Really, I love the way
It's really special for this tour because it's an acoustic storytelling kind of night. So it allows people to get rowdy when they want to, but it's also to where you can tell your stories and people sit and listen, and it's just, this is a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever done a full-blown acoustic tour, so, but it's been special so far.
I love it, dude. Well, thank you so much for
You
coming
bet,
and
man.
blessing
You bet.
Sacramento with
You bet.
your acoustic concert.
You bet.
It's Kip Moore, New Country 105.1.